Welcome out to another one of our standout student interviews. As Jack Wiswell, a senior here at Buena Vista High School, joining us. And Jack, first of all, senior year, happy it's here finally?
Yes, of course, and thank you for having me. Senior year, I'm glad it's here. It's been a long road to get here, but so far it's looking to be one of the best.
When you talk about the senior year, first thing obvious that comes up are classes. What are your favorite classes this year?
My favorite classes would probably be geology with my freshman teacher, Miss Lemoncelli, who I've had a few times, and then my other favorite class would be weights with my wrestling coach, Drawbridge.
Weights, you said, is one that's kind of fun because you get to kind of be the teacher in that class a little bit now and be a helper for some of the other kids. What else have you found interesting about that class?
Weights is a very interesting class. A lot goes on in there. And being my fourth year in there, I've had a lot of time in there, and I've gotten to know the teacher pretty well. And he just makes it a fun environment. So
geology is kind of on the flip side of that one. Instead of being the active, it's more the inside of the class. But you guys also are active in the class, getting out in field trips.
Yes, that's right.
What are some of the ones that you've been on?
We've been on a few field trips this semester. We've gone to the School of Mines to see the Rock and Mineral Museum. We've also gone to the Dinosaur Ridge to go and look at the dinosaur tracks.
When you talk about going on those field trips, how much does that help you as a student in the class to have those examples of what you're actually learning?
It's really nice to learn about it inside the classroom first and then get to go out and see it firsthand.
Talk a little bit about teaching styles now. You're going to be heading off to college soon. What will you look for in a college professor that you found in some of the teachers here? Okay.
So in college, I really hope I'm going to Western and Gunnison next year, and they have small class sizes like we have here. I'm really looking forward to see if they have as much community in their classroom as we do, with one-on-one with their students and having personal conversations.
You've gotten to work as a teacher's aide. You've gotten to grow up with a lot of these teachers as well. When you talk about coming to school here, how nice is it as a student where you can kind of be friends with the teachers in the hallways and get to work with them?
Yeah, it's very nice to be comfortable with a few teachers in particular. For example, my chemistry teacher from last year, Miss Nagley, I'm her TA this year, and it's just a fun time in there, doing whatever she wants. It's just nice.
Definitely helps as well. I'm sure if you have trouble with classwork or trouble with homework, right down the hallway, you always have somebody on that. One of the teachers will help you out with something.
Yeah, that's right.
Talk a little bit about clubs and stuff here too. A lot of activities that you guys get to be involved in. What are some of the ones that you keep yourself busy with?
Okay, so throughout the school, I'm involved in National Honor Society, Link Crew, and Interact Club. And each of those are basically just hanging out with small groups of people, setting up for school activities, or helping incoming freshmen.
What drives you to help other people? Because that sounds like something that's important in your life.
Well, I've been in that situation before, so I've always wanted someone, if I can help them out, I'd like to help someone else out too.
You're going off to college, as you said, to Gunnison at Western State. First of all, what made you choose Western?
Western's close to home. That was probably the biggest factor that I chose, but it's also small and has the major that I want, so.
What major will you be going into, speaking of that?
Wildlife biology.
What made you choose that one? Because you say geology is a favorite class this year, like the outdoors, but then you kind of go to the biology side of things. What made you decide on the wildlife side?
That's what I truly like to do. I like to be outside in nature, and just if I can make that a better place, then that's what I want to do.
You mentioned that with fishing, and how big is it, how important is it, I guess, as a high school student to have something that can get you away from the hallways, away from everybody, and just kind of be with yourself?
It's really nice to do that because I get to be out on my own and doing what I like with privacy and
We'll wrap it up with this. What's advice that you would give to somebody coming in here to Buena Vista? You're a senior, been through it, been through the rigors. What would make it easier for you if you could go back?
If someone told me to get involved more and do what I wanted to do, so that'd probably be my advice.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us, and good luck as you keep going through the senior year.
Thank you very much.